ഹലോ കൂട്ടുകാരെ, PSCയുടെ എല്ലാ പരീക്ഷകൾക്കും ആവശ്യമായ സമഗ്രയിലെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ പൂൾ ഓരോ പാഠഭാഗത്തു നിന്നും ചോദിക്കാൻ സാധ്യതയുള്ള ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ പൂളാണ് നമ്മളിവിടെ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ ബയോളജിയിലെ ആദ്യത്തെ പാഠം അതിലെ ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ നമുക്ക് നോക്കാം. ആദ്യത്തെ ചോദ്യം, ടോണോപ്ലാസ്റ്റ് is a unique membrane. Name the cell organelle having tonoplast. That is vacuole. അപ്പോൾ ടോണോപ്ലാസ്റ്റ് is a unique membrane. Cell organelle having tonoplast is vacuole. Second question, lysosome is a cell organelle which produce strong enzyme. In which way this helpful to animal cell? Answer, lysosome destroys the foreign particles which entering into the cell. അപ്പോൾ lysosome is a cell organelle which produce strong enzymes will produce. In which way it is helpful to animal cell? എങ്ങനെ helpful to animal cell? Because it destroys the foreign materials entering into the cell. Third question, name the plastids seen more in the tapioca, potatoes, etc. Leucoplast. Name the plastids seen in tapioca, potatoes, etc. is leucoplast. Fourth question, name the cell organelle which secrete cell secretions. In which cells? അപ്പോൾ ഏത് സെൽ ഓർഗനലാണ് സെൽ സെക്രീഷൻ സെക്രീറ്റ് ചെയ്യണ? ഗോൾഗി കോംപ്ലക്സ്. ഇൻ വിച്ച് സെൽസ് ദിസ് ടൈപ്പ് ഓഫ് സെൽ ഓർഗനൽസ് ആർ സീൻ ഇൻ മോർ? ഗ്ലാൻഡുലർ സെൽസ്. ഗ്ലാൻഡുലർ സെൽസ് ദിസ് ടൈപ്പ് ഓഫ് സെൽ ഓർഗനൽസ് ആർ സീൻ. Which are the organs having cells with a more number of mitochondria? Liver, brain and muscles are the organs having cells with more number of mitochondria. Why? Because the energy requirement is higher in these organs. Energy requirement is higher in these organs. Question number 6. Total materials inside the cell, that is protoplasm. Total material inside the cell is protoplasm. Dash is cytoplasm. That is protoplasm except nucleus is cytoplasm. Protoplasm except nucleus is cytoplasm. Seventh question. Redraw the figure of plant cell. Name and label the parts performing the following functions. First one, protein synthesis. Eda protein synthesis, ribosome. Then second one, production of cellular secretion, Golgi complex. Powerhouse, mitochondria. So first one, protein synthesis, ribosome. Production of cellular secretion, Golgi complex. Powerhouse is mitochondria. Eighth question. Find out the odd one and write common features of others. Here, the odd one is a ribosome, Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum and lysosome. Lysosome is an odd one and all others are seen in plant cells and animal cells. All others, they are seen both in plants and animal cells. Ninth question. Find the odd one and write common features of others. Xanthophyll, leucoplast, anthocyanin, carotene. So the odd one is leucoplast. Others are pigments in the chromoplast. So odd one is leucoplast. Others are pigments in the chloroplast. Pigments in the chromoplast. Next question. That is 10th question. Redraw the figure of animal cell and label the cell organelles seen only in the animal cell. So we have to draw this animal cell and have to label the parts. They are the and label the cell organ that is seen in the animal cells. Animal cells, what are the seen? It is the lysosome and the centrosome. It is seen in the animal cell. Then next question, filling the blanks. So the picture of a microscope is given. We have to label the parts. A പറയുന്നത് എന്താ? A എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് knob. See this one, and this one is, it is the knob. B is objective lens. Objective lens is B. Then C, it is the condenser. Condenser is C. Then D, it is the mirror. So coming to this pictures, A, it is the knob and B is the objective lens, C is the condenser and D is the mirror. 12th question. Filling the blanks suitably. Ribosome, protein synthesis. So dash is ribosome synthesis. Nucleolus. Nucleolus is ribosome synthesis. Ribosome, protein synthesis. So nucleolus, ribosome synthesis. 13th question. Make suitable pairs using the following as in the given model. Model is chromatin reticulum carry genes. Carry genes, nuclear pore, chromatin reticulum, nuclear membrane, nucleolus, conduction of materials, ribosome synthesis covers the nucleus. So nuclear pore is function is conduction of materials. Nuclear pore, conduction of materials. Nuclear membrane covers the nucleus. Nuclear membrane covers the nucleus. Nucleolus, ribosome synthesis. Nucleolus, ribosome synthesis. 14th question. Protein synthesis takes place in ribosome. Even though nucleus also has a role in this process, explain. That is, genes located in the chromatin reticulum of nucleus control the protein synthesis. That is, protein synthesis takes place in ribosome. Even though nucleus also has a role in this process, explain. Genes located in the chromatin reticulum of nucleus control the protein synthesis. 15th question. Protein nucleus molecules have important role in controlling the cellular activities. First one, name the cell organelles where protein synthesis takes place. That is the ribosome. The nuclear part which control the protein synthesis. Gene in the chromatin reticulum. So cell organelle which control the protein synthesis is ribosome, and the nuclear part which control the protein synthesis is gene in the chromatin reticulum. Tabulate the following terms suitably with the headings. Water, mineral storage, endoplasmic reticulum, powerhouse and ribosome. Vacuole, material transportation, mitochondria and protein synthesis. So the hint, that is in one column is cell organelles, second is function. Vacuole, water, mineral storage. So the function of vacuole is water, mineral storage. Mitochondria, powerhouse. Endoplasmic reticulum, material transportation. That is endoplasmic reticulum, material transportation. Ribosome, protein synthesis. Ribosome, protein synthesis. 17th question. Validate the statement. Compound microscope magnifies the image billion times than the object. Hint. This statement is false. Compound microscope has the capacity to magnify the image about 2000 times than the object. The given statement is about electron microscope. That is, a compound microscope magnifies the image billion times than the object. The statement is false. Compound microscope has the capacity to magnify the image about 2000 times, not million, 2000 times than the object. It is about electron microscope. 18th question. Rewrite the underlined part of the given statement if there is mistake. The mirror in the condenser focuses the light rays into the object in the microscope. Diaphragm B. Diaphragm in the condenser controls the light intensity. A. That is, answer is the lens in the condenser direct the light rays into the object. So it is not the mirror, it is the lens in the condenser that direct the light rays into the object into the microscope. Rewrite the statement if there is a mistake. 19th question. In compound microscope, lens is seen only in the eyepiece. Hint. Lens it is seen in the objective eyepiece and in the condenser. So lens is seen in the objective eyepiece and the condenser. 20th question. Condenser lens. It focuses the light rays on the observing object. Dash controls the intensity of light. Diaphragm. It is the diaphragm which controls the intensity of light. Complete the following flowchart suitably. Put thin sections into the stain. Place the section on the glass slide after washing. Then first we have to A filling the blanks is given. Clean over dropped glycerin by tissue paper. B. Dash observe through microscope. So in A, after adding glycerin, that is clean over dropped glycerin by tissue paper. After adding glycerin to the tissue paper. Then B, place cover slip, observe through microscope. So cover slip it is observed through microscope. 22nd, 2 steps to observe plant cells in a microscope are given below. Write down other steps. That is, first step, take thin sections of observing material. Second, stain the thin and complete section. So the first one, it is put 2 drops of glycerin on the glass slide. Then stain section placed on the slide after water washing. Then put cover slip on the section. Then clean excess glycerin on the slide. First one is put 2 drops of glycerin on the glass slide. Then stained sections placed on the slide after water washing. Then put a cover slip on the section. Then clean excess glycerin on the slide. Question number 23. Theodore Shand, M.J. Sleeden, Robert Hooke, Robert Brown, first person who observed the cell, nucleus, animal cell, plant cell, Rudolf Virchow. It is the terms given. So we have to rewrite it. Theodore Shand, animal cell. M.J. Sleeden, plant cell, invented. Then Robert Hooke, first person who observed the cell. Robert Brown, nucleus. That is Theodore Shand, who invented the animal cell. M.J. Sleeden, plant cell. Robert Hooke, first person who observed the cell. Robert Brown, nucleus. Question number 24. Complete the following illustration suitably. That is, picture it is given. One is the plant cell and another is the animal cell. Then lysosome, it is present in animal cell. Cell wall, it is present in plant cell. In both and plant cell and plant and animal cell, nucleus and cell membrane, it is present. So in animal cell, centrosome. Then in plant cell, complete the following illustration suitably. So the in animal cell we have say lysosome, centrosome. Then in plant cell what all? Cell wall, then vacuole, chloroplast. Both the plant and animal cell means what all is there? Nucleus, cell membrane, then mitochondria, Golgi complex, ribosome, endoplasmic reticulum. So in animal cell, centrosome and lysosome. In plant cell, cell wall, vacuole, chloroplast. In both the plant and animal cell, nucleus, cell membrane, mitochondria, Golgi complex, ribosome, endoplasmic reticulum. Next is the question number 25. Complete the illustration suitably. So prokaryotic, it is given no distinct nucleus. Next one, that is the cyanobacteria. So first is the bacteria, then distinct nucleus present, and next one it is the amoeba. Okay, no distinct nucleus present, then amoeba. Other suitor. Okay. Then question number 26. What happens to this taste of mango when it ripens? Why? What happens? It becomes sweet due to the conversion of starch into fructose. It is taste sweet because of the conversion, due to the conversion of starch into glucose. Next is chapter number 2. First question. Identify the word, that is കോശങ്ങളിലെ ആ ചാപ്റ്ററിലെ questions ആണ് പറയുന്നത്. Identify the word pair relation and fill in the blanks. Xylem, it is for the transportation of water and minerals. Phloem, it is for transportation of food materials. So xylem, it is for transportation of water and minerals. Phloem is for the transportation of food materials. Second question. Observe the model of word pair and make pairs suitably using the terms given in the box. Model, lungs, it is for respiratory system. Then for other things, so here it is given nervous system, digestive system, urethra, heart, lungs, blood circulatory system, excretory system, brain, respiratory system, esophagus. And B, it is give justification for making pairs. First is urethra, it is the excretory system. Urethra is the excretory system. Brain, it is a nervous system. Brain, nervous system. Heart, blood circulatory system. Heart is blood circulatory system. Esophagus, digestive system. Esophagus, digestive system. Organs is organ system. Organs is the organ system. Third question. Analyze the statement given below about animal tissue and answer the following questions. Cells have the ability to contract and regain their original state. Identify the animal tissue. Animal tissue is muscular tissue. It is cells having the capability to contract and regain the original state. Animal tissue is muscular tissue. What is the function of this tissue? Body movements are possible. So the function of the tissue is body movements are possible. Fourth question. When observing plant tissues through microscope, following features are seen in those cells in that tissue. What is that? Relatively large nucleus, abundant cytoplasm, thin-walled cell wall. Identify the plant tissue and write the name. That is, the plant tissue is meristem. Plant tissue is meristem. What is its function? Repeatedly divide into to help plant growth. That is, it is repeatedly dividing to help the plant growth. Fifth question. Correct mistakes, if any, in the part underlined. Nervous tissue helps to respond changes inside and outside the body. Epithelial tissue helps in body movements. More than one tissue together form the connective tissue. So we have to correct here the second one, that is the epithelial tissue. Instead of that, muscular tissue helps in body movements. Sixth question. From the given statement, select the correct one that is related to meristematic cells. Meristematic cells. That is first one. Meristematic, select the that is related to meristematic cell. Meristematic cells dividing fastly to help growth. Then thick cell wall present in the meristematic cells. Vacuole absent in the meristematic cell. And nucleus in the meristematic cells are relatively small. So hint A and C, that is meristematic cells divide fastly to help growth. Then vacuole is absent in the meristematic cells. Seventh question, observe the given figures and answer the following questions. Identify the tissue shown in the figure. So in this figure a tissue is given, that is the sclerenchyma, hardest part. What are the features of this tissue? Equally thickened cell wall. So the sclerenchyma having the thickened cell wall. Question number 8. Observe the illustration and answer the following question. Name the process in A and B and make a note about the process B. So in A and B, A it is zygote, it is undergo cell division to form the embryo. Then after that its cell differentiation will take place. That is, some cells change into new cells by attaining diversity in the structure and function gradually, and it is called cell differentiation. So the zygote, after cell division, it is formed into an embryo. Then it undergoes cell differentiation to form new cells by attaining diversity in the structure and function gradually is called cell differentiation. Complete the following illustration suitably. That is, here it is a given vascular tissue, and in one part we have to fill it. Vascular tissue, it helps in photosynthesis and food storage, and photosynthesis and food storage. Then vascular tissue, that is D, E and phloem and F, it is given. So here it is D and E. D and E means xylem and water transportation. So vascular tissue on one side it undergo xylem and water transportation. Then on the other side food transportation. We already studied le xylem പറയുമ്പോൾ water transplantation, phloem എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എന്താണ് food transportation. Then give scientific explanation of the following statement. Softness of a plantain leaf. It is due to the presence of parenchyma. Parenchyma make the softness of the plantain leaf. Then rigidity of coconut shell. It is due to the presence of sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma makes the rigidity of the coconut shell. Flexibility of colocasia. Presence of collenchyma. That is, collenchyma makes the flexibility of colocasia. Then 11th question. Observe the figure A and B and answer the following questions. From the figure, it is A, it is the muscle tissue, and B is the epithelial tissue. It protected, that is, protected by, what is the function of B means protected by covering the body and covering the internal part of the digestive system. Next is the third chapter, that is the states of matter. First question, classify the following materials according to the physical state. So substance is given, we have to classify. Pencil, water, steam, book, salt, solution, oxygen. Solid. ഏതൊക്കെ solid? പെൻസിലും ബുക്കും. Liquid, water, salt solution. Gas, steam and oxygen. Then second question. Write the procedure and observation of the experiment to prove that air has mass by using the materials given in the box. It is given 2 balloons, scale, sellotape, thread, pin. A. That is for the correct procedure. Then for correct observation. Then third question, add 2 or 3 crystals of potassium permanganate to water taken in a beaker. That is first one, it is a color change. Write your observation. 2 or 3 crystals of potassium permanganate into water. What will happen? Color changes to pink. Then all the potassium permanganate is dissolved in the solution. Particles are not visible. Why? Potassium permanganate, it is made up of small tiny particles. Because although potassium permanganate dissolved in water, particles are not visible because potassium permanganate is made up of small tiny particles. Fourth question. The figure of an experiment to identify the property of matter, it is given. So in one beaker 30 ml to the next beaker 40 ml. What happened to the water level when the stone is dipped in water? What happens? Water level increases. Find the volume of the stone. Volume of the stone is 10 ml because in one beaker 30 ml and the beaker 40 ml. When a stone it is put, it becomes 40 ml. So the difference is 10 ml. A mixture of ethanol having a boiling point of 78 degrees Celsius and methanol having a boiling point of 65 degrees Celsius is given. Which method it is used to separate the components of this mixture? Fractional distillation. That is, fractional distillation it is used to separate the components of the mixture. Why do we use this method? Small differences in their boiling point. Why do we use this method? Because small differences it is seen in their boiling points. Which apparatus is used for the separation methods? Fractionating column. Fractionating it is column. It is used for the separating. It is used for the separation methods. Separate the components in the mixture means fractional distillation it is used to separate the components of the mixture. Why do we use this method? Small differences in the boiling points. Then, which apparatus is used? Fractionating column it is used. Two mixtures and the separation methods are given. A mixture of camphor and a glass powder. Sublimation. To separate blood cells from blood samples in clinical labs. Centrifugation. Which process is used to separate components of a mixture based on their mass difference? Centrifugation. Write a daily life situation where we employ this method to separate the butter from curd. So, a mixture of camphor and glass powder, it is being separated by sublimation, but blood samples in clinical lab is centrifugation. In our daily life, we use to separate the butter from curd. This figure showing the method of separating the components of ink. It is given. Write the observation. That is, the components of ink are separated at the upper portion of the filter paper. They are separated at the upper portion of the filter paper. What is the name of this method? This name is chromatography. So, the components of the ink, they are separated in the upper portion of the filter paper and the process name is chromatography. Write another occasion where the method is employed to separate the poisonous substances mixed with the blood and other correct situation. Suggest eighth question. Suggest a method to separate kerosene and water from the mixture. Separating funnel it is used to separate kerosene and water from the mixture. Write the reason. It is due to the difference in density or immiscible. Difference in density or immiscible. Ninth question. Sublimation is used to separate the components of the mixture, camphor and glass powder. Can we use the same method to separate the mixture, iron powder and glass powder? Why? It used to separate the mixture camphor and glass powder. No, because both iron and glass are not sublimable. Because iron and glass are not sublimable. 10th question. Select from the box the method used to separate the components of the mixture of iron powder, ammonium chloride and sand. So, from the box the method used is magnetic separation or sublimation. Iron powder, ammonium chloride and sand. That is magnetic separation and sublimation. Match the following. In one it is given a mixture, then the second column components and third it is the separating method. So the mixture of methanol and ethanol. Components are methanol and ethanol. So the method used, separating method is fractional distillation. Second one, it is the component is iron and sulfur. So it contains a mixture of iron and sulfur and it is separated using magnet. Third one, it is curd. So the component is buttermilk and butter. It is separated by centrifuge. So methanol and ethanol separated by fractional distillation. Iron and sulfur separated using magnet and curd is separated using centrifuge. Then next one, 12th question, match the following. Salt water, three compounds are given. Salt water, it is separated by distillation. Then a mixture of kerosene and water, separating funnel. A mixture of ammonium chloride and sand, sublimation. So salt water, distillation. Mixture of kerosene and water, separating funnel. Mixture of ammonium chloride and sand, sublimation. Which method it is used to produce pure water from salt water? Distillation. Which method it is used to produce pure water from salt water is distillation. Then write the reason. A salt it is not volatile. A salt is non-volatile. A salt is non-volatile. Then ordinary water contain many salts dissolved in it. Which method is used to remove these non-volatile salts? Distillation. Distillation method it is used to remove the non-volatile salt. Write the name of water obtained by this method. Any two uses of this water. Distilled water. It is used for injection and in storage battery. So ordinary water contain many salt dissolved in it. Which method it is used? distillation, it is used to remove this non-volatile salt, and it is used for ingestion and the storage battery. 15th question. Certain substances are given in the box. That is water, sugar, iron and sulfur, iron. Select a mixture from the box. Here the mixture is iron and sulfur. Which method it is used for separation of this mixture? Magnetic method it is used. Give reason for selecting this method. Because iron is magnetic. Question number 16. Some changes are given. Solid melts to liquid, liquid freezes to solid. So, the change in the arrangement of particles during the change of states by selecting from those given below. That is, distance decreases. Attraction decreases, it is given. So, solid melts to liquid means attraction decreases, then during the change of state, that is the change in the arrangement of particles means attraction decreases, energy increases, then speed of movement increases, then distance increases. That is, when a solid it is melts into a liquid means what all will happen? Attraction decreases, energy increases, then speed of movement increases, but then what? Distance increases. Then liquid freezes to solid means distance decreases, energy decreases, attraction force increases, and speed of motion decreases. That is, liquid freezes to solid means distance decreases, energy decreases, attractive force increases, speed of motion decreases. 17th question. Petrol taken in an open watch glass disappear after some time. Among the following phenomena, select those which are responsible for this. So, it is the diffusion method. Among the following phenomena, select those who are responsible for this. It is the diffusion. The phenomenon of changing a liquid into solid, it is solidification. The phenomenon of changing into a liquid into a solid is solidification. 19th question. Some situations are given. Water freezes to ice. Water vapor condenses to water. Then camphor, it is heated up. From the flowchart, suitable phenomena to each of this situation. That is, water freezes to ice. It is the solidification. Then water vapor condenses to water. Condensation. Condenses means condensation. Camphor, sublimation. Camphor, sublimation. 20th question. Certain situations are given below. An incense stick is burned in the classroom. Then a drop of ujala is added to the water taken in a beaker. A chalk is dipped in a red ink. In which situation diffusion takes place faster? That is, an incense stick is burned in the classroom. That is, diffusion takes place faster. Relating with the movement of particle, explain this. The movement of particle, it is more in the gases. How does temperature affect diffusion? As temperature increases, diffusion also increases. 21st question. Which of the following materials does not sublimate on heating? Ice. Ice does not sublimate on heating. 22nd question. Select the suitable statement for gaseous state from the following. That is, hint. Movement of particle is more. Attraction between the particles. A suitable statement of gaseous state. In gaseous state, movement of particles will be more and attraction between the particle is also less. Arrangement of particles of ice, water and steam, it is given below. In which arrangement do the particles have maximum energy? Maximum energy will be in the gas state. Maximum energy, gas stage. In which of them is attraction between particles maximum? Solid. In a solid will be attraction maximum. When a stone is dipped in water, level of water increased. Which property of matter it is found here? Volume. That is, when a stone dipped in water, level increases. The property used is volume. Question number 25. Match the following. Solid, liquid and gas is given. And next it is given some reasons. You have to match it. So we know solid has permanent shape. Liquid, shape of the container. Gas have no definite volume. Adutha chapter, that is the chapter 4, Basic Constituents of Matter. ആദ്യത്തെ ചോദ്യം. Select the molecules with the equal number of atoms. So, equal number of atoms ഏതിനൊക്കെയുള്ളത്? Carbon dioxide ആണോ, sodium chloride, ammonia, water, zinc chloride, sulfur dioxide, hydrogen peroxide. ഇതിൽ carbon dioxide വാട്ടറും zinc chloride നും sulfur dioxide നുമാണ് equal number of atoms. Second question, select the appropriate one from the box and complete the table. That is, in the first column element is given, name from which the symbol is derived, then the symbol it is given. So gold, aurum, Au, potassium, Kalium, K, then copper, cuprum, Cu, iron, ferrum, Fe, aluminium, Al. Third question, complete the table. Scientist it is given, then next is the contribution. Water can be divided into hydrogen and oxygen by passing electricity. It is Humphrey Davy is the scientist who discovered this. Then Henry Cavendish. Hydrogen burns in air to produce water. So Humphrey Davy, water can be divided into hydrogen and oxygen by passing electricity. Henry Cavendish, hydrogen burns in air to produce water. Fourth question, the chemical equation of rusting of iron is given by 4Fe plus 3O2 gives 2Fe2O3. Write the reactants and the products in this reaction. So the reactant is iron, Fe, oxygen, then product, it is iron oxide, Fe2O3. Write the total number of reactant atoms, that is 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. Total number of reactant atoms is 4 plus 3 oxygen, that is 6 is equal to 10. Fifth question, complete the table by choosing suitable ones from the box. That is, symbol it is given Am, American, then origin of the name, that is Am, it is the country. Then second one, rubidium, Rb, it is color. Then neptunium, Np, planet. So we have to select the symbol, name of the element and origin. Am, American, it is a country. Rb, rubidium, it is a color. Np, neptunium, it is the planet. Sixth question, F is the symbol of fluorine. What do F2, 2F, 2F2 represent? That is, one molecule of F, two atoms of F, then two molecules of F. F2 represent one molecule of F, 2F represent two atoms of F, and 2F2 represent two molecules of F. How many atoms and molecules are present in 5F2? 5 molecules bar 10 atoms. 5 molecules is present in 10 atoms. Complete the table. Seventh question, complete the table suitably. Name of element, origin and symbol it is given. Iron, ferrum, Fe. Potassium, K, Kalium. Copper, cuprum, Cu. That is iron, ferrum, Fe. Potassium, K, Kalium. Copper, cuprum, Cu. Eighth question, complete the table. Name of the element and symbol. Carbon, C. Nitrogen, N. Calcium, Ca. Carbon, C. Nitrogen, N. Calcium, Ca. Ninth question, sugar taken in the boiling tube is strongly heated. Write the procedure of this experiment. That is, sugar taken in a boiling tube is strongly heated. Writing procedure. What are the products obtained? Carbon and water are the products obtained. 10th question, analyze the table and answer the following equation. Analyze the table and answer the following questions. First one, reactants, carbon and oxygen. Product, carbon dioxide. Second, hydrogen and chlorine gives 2HCl. Third one, N2, nitrogen and hydrogen gives ammonia, NH3. Write any one chemical reaction using the given data. C plus O2 gives CO2, H2 plus Cl2 gives 2HCl, N2 plus 3H2 gives 2NH3. Is this equation balanced? Why? Yes, this equation is balanced because the number of atoms in the reactant sites and the products are equal. 11th question. Select the correct statement and write them. All the atoms of the same element shows the same property. That is the correct statement we have to see. All the atoms of the same element show the same property. Then elements are pure substances. Elements are pure substances. Question number 12. Some chemical equations are given. C plus O2 gives CO2. H2 plus I2 gives HI. Then CaCO3 gives CaO plus CO2. Among this, write down the chemical equation which is not balanced. That is, chemical equation which is not balanced means H2 and I2. That is gives Hi. That is wrong. Then identify the reactants and the products in this reaction. Reactants is hydrogen and iodine, and the products is hydrogen iodide. How many product molecules are required to balance? 2 molecules are required. 13th question. Analyze the given data and answer the following questions. Element. Hydrogen. 1 atom hydrogen. 1 molecule H2. Sodium. 1 atom Na. 1 molecule Na. Phosphorus. 1 atom P. 1 molecule P4. Find the number of atoms and molecules in 6 H2. That is, number of atoms means 12. Molecules means 6. Atoms means 12. Molecules means 6. Calculate the number of molecules in 5Na. The number of molecules in 5Na means 5. How will you represent 10 molecule of phosphorus? 10 molecule of phosphorus is represented as 10P4. That is 40 atoms. 10P4, 40 atoms. Total number of atoms 40. 14th question. Explain the table given below and answer the questions. Element. Calcium. English or Latin name calcium. Symbol Ca. Sodium. Natrium. Na. Chlorine. Chlorine. Cl. Iron. Ferrum. Fe. Write the base of symbols of sodium, iron. It is the from the Latin names. 15th question. Match the following. That is element, basis of naming and symbol it is given. We have to match the following. Curium. Marie Curie. Cm. Marie Curie Cm. Chlorine. Chloro. Cl. Polonium. Poland. Po. Titanium. Titan. Ti. So curium, Marie Curie, it is Cm. Then chlorine, chloro, Cl. Polonium, Poland, Po. Titanium, Titan, Ti. 16th question. Sugar taken in a test tube is heated strongly. Which is the black substance remaining in the test tube? Carbon. Carbon is the black substance when sugar is heated. Then which substance can be seen stuck on the walls of the test tube? Water is seen stuck on the walls of the test tube. Write the constituent elements of sugar. Carbon and hydrogen and oxygen are the constituents of sugar. Carbon, hydrogen and oxygen are the constituents of sugar. 17th question. Camphor is strongly heated in a china dish. Write the observation. Camphor disappears completely. That is, camphor when heated in a china dish, it disappears completely. Although we get the smell of camphor, we cannot see the particles. Why? As camphor is made up of minute particles which are invisible to the naked eye. 18th question. Calculate the number of atoms in the following molecules. You have to calculate the following atoms. That is, in ammonia, 10 ammonia molecules, 10 ammonia, number of atoms present is 40. Then in a glucose, that is C12H22O level, 4 molecules of C12H22O level gives 180. 5 molecules of ZnCl2 gives 15. And 8H2O gives 12. Balance a given chemical equation. That is, N2 plus H2 gives NH3. Here, the N2 is 2, the H2. When we are balancing it, the either side should be equal. See here, N2 plus 3H2. So N2 is 2 atoms of 2 atoms. Nitrogen it is present. So 2N. Then hydrogen 6. So here balancing is 2NH3. Likewise, hydrogen plus chlorine gives HCl. Hydrogen 1 molecule, chlorine 1 molecule. So 2 HCl. 2 molecules of HCl it is present here. Fill up suitably. 20th question. Molecules H2SO4. Total number of atoms present is 7. Then in glucose C12H22O level, 45 number of atoms is present. 5H2O number of atoms present is 15. Choose appropriate one from the box and complete the table. That is elements hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine and nitrogen. Hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine and nitrogen. For the compounds present is water, HCl, H2SO4 and HNO3. Elements is hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine and nitrogen. And the compounds present is H2O, HCl, H2SO4 and HNO3. The particles which can exist independently stable in a substance is molecule. Particle which exist independently stable in a substance is molecule. Which is the smallest particle showing all the property of the elements? Atom. Atom is the smallest particle showing all the properties of the elements. 24th question, tabulate the following: monoatomic, diatomic and polyatomic. So monoatomic, from the table we can see helium, sodium and argon. Diatomic, hydrogen, chlorine and oxygen. Polyatomic, P4 and S8. Polyatomic, P4 and S8. Question number 25. Write the chemical formula of the given compounds. That is hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide, atoms present, hydrogen 2, oxygen 2. Chemical formula H2O2. Hydrogen peroxide, atoms present in hydrogen 2, oxygen 2. Chemical formula H2O2. Zinc chloride, zinc 1, chlorine 2. Chemical formula ZnCl2. Chemical formula ZnCl2. Next question 26. That is molecule and atoms present is given. Molecule carbon dioxide. Atom present hydrogen and oxygen. Then hydrogen we have to, that is it is a disorderly given, we have to write it order. Carbon dioxide, carbon and oxygen. Hydrogen chloride, hydrogen and chlorine. Water, hydrogen and oxygen. Sugar, carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Then question number 27. Element and basis of naming. Polonium, Poland. Chromium, chrome. Neptunium, Neptune. Question number 28. Two chemical equations are given. That is H2O2 gives H2O plus O2. Zn plus 2HCl gives ZnCl2 plus H2. Which one of them is not balanced? H2O2 giving H2O and O2, it is not balanced. Balance the equation. For balancing this, we have to write 2H2O2 gives 2H2O plus O2. Total number of product atoms in the balanced is 8. Total number of product is 8. Tabulate the reaction and product in the given balanced equation. N2 plus 3H2 gives 2NH3. That is reactants and products. Reactants is N2 and 3H2. Product is ammonia, NH3. Then second one, Mg plus O2. Mg and O2. A product is MgO or 2MgO. Then carbon dioxide, reactants carbon and oxygen. Product is CO2. അടുത്തത് 5th chapter questions ആണ്. Find the odd. First question, find the odd one. Give reason. That is a hint, volume, time, elasticity and area. Upper hint, it is a volume, time, elasticity and area it is given. Second one, observe the unit of different in measurements written by a student in her science diary. Correct the wrong units. So 75 centimeters. We 75 centimeter. Then 10 meter per second square. Then C 15 kilogram per meter cube. D 10 meter 25 centimeter. That is 10.25 meter. 5 Newton 100 meter. So the unit which has to be corrected, it is 75 centimeter, then 15 kilogram per meter cube, then D 10.25 meter. Third question, unit of fundamental quantities are fundamental units. What is the fundamental unit of length? Meter. Fundamental unit of length is meter. What is derived unit? It is definition. Derived unit is definition. To find out the derived unit of area and density. Area meter square, density kilogram per meter cube. Area meter square, density kilogram per meter cube. Fourth question, a solar day is the time period from one noon to the next noon. What is the unit of time? Unit of time is second. How many seconds make a solar day? 24 into 60 into 60 second make a solar day. Fifth question, 1 quintal equal to 100 kg. 1 quintal equal to 100 kg. So 1 ton equal to 1000 kilogram. 1 quintal equal to 100 kg. So 1 ton equal to 1000 kilogram. Question number 6. Various units of mass are given below. Write this unit is ascending order. Quintal, milligram, ton, gram and kilogram. So we have to write it in the ascending order. Ascending order means milligram, then gram, kilogram, milligram, gram, kilogram, quintal and ton. Milligram, gram, kilogram, quintal and ton. Question number 7. Teacher drawn different type of lines on the board with the chalk. Write a method to find out the length of the curved line using a thread and a meter scale. That is using a thread and a meter scale. Question number 8. In the class you have seen the experiment to find the diameter of spherical objects. Write the procedure of experiment to find the diameter of tennis ball. That is, take two wooden blocks and insert the ball in between them. Take the diameter of the ball by measuring the gap between the wooden block using scale. 9th question. Write the method you adopt to find out the thickness of a thin wire having 1 meter length. Wind the wire over a pencil and find out the total thickness divided by the number of turns. That is, in this question, thickness of 100 pages science diary is measured using the scale and the value is 1.2 centimeter. Find the thickness. For finding the thickness of the paper in the science diary, we have to divide. That is 1.2 divided by 100. How many pages divided by 100? So we get 0.012 centimeter. In the same way, convert this value into SI unit. SI unit is meter. So this centimeter has to be converted into meter. For that, divided this answer by 100. Okay, different measurements of length are tabulated here, filling the blanks. That is millimeter, centimeter and meter. 1000 here, the third one, 1000 millimeter is equal to 100 centimeter and that is equal to 1 meter. Device used to find out the time using shadow. That is, identify the device, that is sundial. Sundial. What is the main defect of this device? It cannot be used in night. Correct the statement if it is wrong. That is, quantity of matter is an object is it is mass. Solar day is the time period from one noon to the next noon. Then wrong one is fundamental unit of time is hour. Fundamental unit of time is second. Different measures of distance are given. Arrange them in descending order. So here it is given micrometer, astronomical unit, meter and parsecond. First one is parsecond, then astronomical unit, then meter, then micrometer. To measure the distance of planets and stars, some units like astronomical unit, light year, parsecond are used. What do you mean by astronomical unit? Average distance from the Earth to Sun is astronomical. From Earth to Sun is astronomical unit. Its value is 15 crore kilometer. How much is light year in 1 parsecond? 3.26 light year. Find out the correct units from the following, the reasons of their conclusion. That is, the correct units is kilogram per meter cube, kilogram per meter cube. Do not write both the name of the unit and symbol at a time. If petrol and kerosene got fire, it is not good to extinguish using water. Why? Petrol and kerosene have less density than water. So when water is used to extinguish, kerosene and petrol floats over water. Then it caught fire. So has the density of water, it is less than that of petrol and kerosene. Water is not used. When water is used, kerosene and petrol floats over water. Then it caught will fire. Next chapter, first question. Match the columns A, B, C approximately. So in column A, it is given pressure, weight and friction. You have to match it. Match in the next column. Pressure, it is matched with Newton per meter square. Then C, graphite, Pascal. Then next one is weight, gravitational force, milligram. Third one, friction, lubricant, graphite. Match the column A and B suitably. Muscular force. It is for pushing a trolley. Muscular force is used for pushing a trolley. Magnetic force. It is attraction of nail by magnet. Electric force. Attraction of paper bits by well rubbed plastic scale on hair. Gravitational force for falling of coconut from coconut tree. So muscular force pulling a trolley. Magnetic force attraction of nail by a magnet. Electric force attraction of paper bits by well rubbed plastic rubber plastic scale on hair, gravitational force, falling of coconut from coconut tree. Third question, which of the following condition in which the atmospheric pressure applies? Drinking juice using a straw. Then filling ink using a filler. Sixth chapter. That is first question. A farmer added fertilizer P along with biofertilizer in the field from January to June and fertilizer Q from July to December. The difference in the number of microbes during this period is represented in the graph. Analyze the graph and answer the following questions. So in the x-axis it is given the month and y-axis number of microbes in the soil. And starting from 0 to 40 you are taking the reading. First in A it is given which type of fertilizer does P and Q indicate. P indicate the microbial fertilizer and Q indicate the chemical fertilizer. How does excess use of Q affect the natural fertility of the soil? Excessive use of chemical fertilizers affect the fertility of the soil. It also affects soil microorganisms, health issues including humans. Second question, find out the odd one and write the common features of others. Muscovy, Chara, Adulya and Chembelli. Hint, Adulya is the odd one out because others are duck varieties. Muscovy, Chara and Chembelli, they are the duck varieties. Fill in the missing word. Mellifera, apiculture, white giant cuniculture. Mellifera, apiculture, white giant cuniculture. Find the missing word. Niliravi, buffalo, boar, goat. Niliravi, buffalo, boar, goat. Analyze the statement given below and choose the correct answer. Cuniculture is a scientific way of rearing mushroom. Mellifera is related to apiculture. We have already said the mellifera is related to apiculture. Then rearing of silkworm is known as what? That is wrong. So the only correct answer is mellifera is related to apiculture. Analyze the statement given below and choose the correct answer. That is, 3 statement is given. In polyhouse farming, polythene sheets are used to cover the soil. Aeroponics is an example of cultivation without soil. Temperature and moisture is maintained constant in a polyhouse. So the correct one, it is aeroponics is an example of cultivation without soil. It is using air. Temperature and moisture is maintained constant in a polyhouse. Seventh question, which among the following given below can be used to rectify the exploitation by middlemen in agriculture sector? That is C. Farmers collective should be organized. In which group of organisms colon and Nudian belong to? What is the scientific way of rearing these two organisms? That is, their colon and Nudian belong to the honeybee. They belong to the honeybee. Scientific way of rearing is apiculture. Analyze the statement given below and identify and write the name of the pest control method mentioned. That is integrated. Analyze the statement and identify, write the pest control. That is, first one is minimum use of chemical pesticides, maximum use of pesticides and natural enemies of the pest. Mechanical pest control methods are practiced. So the method uses integrated pest control. Choose the methods to overcome the crisis in agriculture sector like exploitation by middlemen and fall in the price of the products. It is first is given the terrace gardening, B online organization of farmers, C agriculture collective and D hydroponics. So first is the online organization of farmers, then is the agriculture collective. Observe the news report and answer the questions. Fruits and vegetables required in Kerala during Onam season started arriving from Tamil Nadu. Write 2 reasons which lead to the facts mentioned in the news report. That is, changes in the agriculture sector. Identify the correct pair. These are silkworm sericulture, oyster mushroom apiculture, pearl spot floriculture, apple horticulture. So the correct one is tar silkworm sericulture, apple horticulture. Identify the correct pair from this. So it is Jersey goat, Angora rabbit, colon honeybee, Badavari cow. Correct one is Angora rabbit, colon honeybee. Problems in agriculture faced by 2 farmers are given below. Suggest one method each to overcome these 2 problems. Farmer A, lack of space for cultivation. Farmer B, lack of time for engaging in agriculture. So farmer A, terrace cultivation grow bag cultivation, vertical farming. Either any of this method. For lack of space, terrace, grow bag, or vertical farming. For lack of time, for Sunday farming, family farming, or any relevant method. Rewrite the words underlined if incorrect. Rhizobium and Acetobacter are examples of biofertilizer. That is wrong. That is, Rhizobium and Acetobacter are examples of microbial fertilizer. Scientific way of rearing silkworm is sericulture. That is right. Holstein Friesian and Boer are improved varieties of buffalo. Holstein Friesian and Boer are improved varieties of cow. A farmer cultivated paddy in 1 acre land previous year and faced great loss due to excess production cost. Give two suggestions to make agriculture profitable through sustainable agriculture. It is integrated pest management, priority of food crops, then using native species. This method can be used. High quality new variety of plants can be produced only from indigenous varieties. This is the opinion of the agriculture officer. Do you agree with this opinion? Why? Yes, we agree with this opinion because indigenous varieties have high disease resistance, low cost of management, high nutritive value, ability to withstand adverse climatic conditions. Fertile soil is the basis of agriculture. Agriculture without soil is impossible. Analyze this statement and explain your opinion with a suitable example. It is agriculture is possible even without soil. For example, hydroponics. Plants are grown in nutritive medium. Aeroponics. Plants are grown in such a way that the root grow in air and nutrients are sprayed directly to roots. Question number 19. Instead of destroying the pest totally, multiplication of pest is prevented. Given above is a statement about a pest control method. Which pest control method is mentioned? That is integrated pest management. Integrated pest management. Write two features of this method. Reducing the use of chemical pesticides, natural enemies of pest, mechanical pest controller. 20th question. Aloe, basil, adathoda, angela, marmelosa. Name the Indian system of medicine related with the above plants. It is Ayurveda. Cultivation of the above plants are important. Why? Popularity of Ayurveda and destruction of natural ecosystem of medicinal plants. Give the reason for the following below. Viruses are inactive outside the living cell. Species is the basic level of classification. That is, viruses are inactive outside the living cell. They are acellular, having only one genetic material and a protein coat. Species is a basic level. That is, species is a group of organisms that can produce fertile offspring through sexual reproduction. What is the second question? What is the contribution of Robert at Whittaker in the field of taxonomy? Whittaker proposed the 5 kingdom classification. Identify the series of coconut tree from the following given below. That is Monocotyledona, Araceae, Calcaneae and Sapindales. That is Calcaneae. Match the following. Aristotle, John Ray and Theophrastus it is given and we have to match from this column. So Aristotle classified organisms as red-blooded and others. Aristotle classified organisms as red-blooded and others. John Ray, the term species. Species was introduced by John Ray. Theophrastus, father of botany. Father of botany is Theophrastus. Fifth question, binomial nomenclature of cat is given below. Felis domesticus. What does each word in this indicates? That is, the first word it is the scientific name, indicates the genus name, and second word indicates the species name. So first is the scientific name, it indicates the genus, then next is the species. Who proposed this method of giving scientific name to organism? Carl Linnaeus. Carl Linnaeus proposed the scientific name of organisms. And what is the scientific name of human being? According to the binomial nomenclature, scientific name of human being is Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens. Sixth question. Complete the following related with the classification level of organisms suitably. It is human beings. Order, primates. Then family, Hominidae. And cat. Order, Carnivora, family, Felidae. So human beings, order, primates, family, Hominidae, cat, order, Carnivora, family, Felidae. Seventh question, correct the underlined part if mistaken. Domain is included in 5 kingdom classification. Genus is the basic level of classification. Then these are the wrong sentence and we have to correct it. So domain is included in sixth kingdom classification. Then basic level of classification is species. Basic level of classification is species. Classified organism into six kingdoms, that is Carl Voice. Carl Voice classified organism into six kingdoms. Dash is inactive outside the cell. Virus is inactive outside the cell. Virus is inactive outside the cell. Find the odd one and write the common features of others. So here given John Ray, Robert Whittaker, Carl Voice and Carl Linnaeus. The odd one is John Ray. John Ray is the odd one. Others classified organism based on different type of classification. Find the odd one and write the common features of others. Archaea, Anarchidae, Sapiens and Felidae. Odd one is Sapiens, others are family. Find the odd one and write the common features. Phylum, order, Protista, genus. Odd one it is Protista, others are levels of classification. Then question number 11. Which pathogen is indicated in the picture? That is virus. Virus is indicated in the picture. Is it possible to include the pathogen in any one of the existing classification method? No, it is not possible to include the pathogen in any one of the existing classification method, and because they are acellular, having only genetic material and protein coat. Next question. Given below are the indicators used about a microbe. Analyze it and the questions. Analyze it and the question, that is, I am inactive outside the cell. I can only live inside a live cell. Which microbe is indicated by this statement? Virus. Virus is inactive outside the cell. Why is it inactive outside a living cell? Because they have no cell, only genetic material and a protein coat. How is it multiplication become possible? They multiplied using the materials from the host cell. Multiplied using the material from the host cell. In 5 kingdom classification, all bacteria included in kingdom Monera. But some bacteria show differences in cell structure and physiological functions. Who rectified this drawback of kingdom classification? How? Carl Voice divided kingdom Monera into 2 kingdom, Archaea and Monera. What other contribution of the scientists in the field of taxonomy? Added one more level named domain above the kingdom. That is one more level named domain. It is named above the kingdom. Complete the table. So in the table it is given kingdom, second one including organisms, and third is the peculiarities. So Monera it is included in bacteria. Monera bacteria. Then it is unicellular organism without a definite nucleus. Then plants include organism plant. So it is included in the kingdom Plantae, and peculiarities multicellular non-motile autotrophs. Then third one, unicellular organism with a nucleus. It is Protista, kingdom Protista. Then organism amoeba. So kingdom Monera organism is bacteria, and peculiarity is unicellular organism without a definite nucleus. Then organism plant, kingdom Plantae. Peculiarity, it is multicellular non-motile autotrophs. Then peculiarity, unicellular organism with a nucleus. Kingdom is Protista, and including organism is amoeba. Complete the following worksheet based on the indicators given in the box. So it is kingdom is Animalia. Phylum includes the vertebrates only. So it is vertebra. Phylum vertebra. Class Mammalia. Order Carnivora. Family Felida. Genus Felis. Species Domestica. Withdrawal clause. So these are the hints given. So in the kingdom Animalia, the phylum is vertebra, class Mammalia, order Carnivora, and family is Felida. Complete the given flowchart using the different level of classification. Kingdom, then phylum, second one is class, order, genus. Kingdom, phylum, class, order, and genus. Given is indicators. Based on the indicator, pair the following. That is, indicator is Charagan, Charaka Samhita. Aristotle, father of biology. Carl Linnaeus, binomial nomenclature. John Ray, Historia Generalis Plantarum. Theophrastus, father of botany. So Charagan is Charaka Samhita. Then Aristotle, father of biology. Carl Linnaeus, binomial nomenclature. John Ray, Historia Generalis Plantarum. Theophrastus, father of botany. Analyze the given statement and answer the questions given below. Taxonomy is the branch of biology that identifies, classifies, and gives scientific name to organisms based on their similarities and differences. Who is known as the father of the branch cited above? Carl Linnaeus is known as the father of biology, or the binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature, Carl Linnaeus. What is the need for classifying organism? It reveals the relation between various groups of organisms to acquire a general idea about the plants and animals of various geographical areas and to explain the stages of evolution of organism from the simple to the complex. Third one, what are the characteristic features to be studied? Characteristic features of organism: external feature, internal feature, genetic constitution, and evolutionary relationship. Analyze the figure and description. That is, it is Carica papaya, scientific name of the plant which is known as the papaya. Then significance of giving scientific name to organisms. That is, to solve the difficulties arising out of the organism being known by various names in different languages and religions. Then, what is the name given for the scientific naming method? That is the binomial nomenclature. Name is binomial nomenclature. What are the peculiarities of scientific name? The first part of the nomenclature, it indicates the genus, and the second one is the species. Next chapter, chemical changes. First question, the figure shows the arrangement of apparatus for coating silver on an iron bangle. So, first question, identify the X. X means it is silver. This is the silver rod. Ag is silver. Which type of chemical reaction is this? It is the electrochemical reaction. The reaction taking place is the electrochemical reaction. Then, which solution should be used if copper to be coated instead of silver? Copper sulfate solution should be used. In which name is this process known? Process is known as the electroplating. That is, in this figure, the X represents the silver. And here it is a iron ring, it is shown. Then the solution is a mixture of silver cyanide and sodium cyanide solution. So the chemical reaction is the electrochemical reaction, and solution should be used up if copper is to be coated instead of silver. That is copper sulfate solution. Then in which name is the process known? The process is known as the electroplating. The cell used in the mobile phone is lithium ion cell. Lithium ion cell, it is used in the mobile phone. It is the duty of each one of us to protect the earth for the sake of the next generation. Write any two activities we should do for this. That is for writing the correct points. The cell used in watches and calculators, mercury cell. Cell used in watches and calculator is mercury cell. Certain medicines are stored in brown bottles. Why? The medicines stored in transparent bottles undergo reaction. The presence of light and their quality is lost. That is, medicines stored in transparent bottles means it undergo the reaction in presence of light and the quality is lost. Here are some chemical reactions given. We have to arrange it. Reaction between zinc and HCl. It is the exothermic reaction. Silver is plated on the iron bangle is electrochemical reaction. Photosynthesis is a light reaction. Decomposition of KMnO4 is endothermic reaction. Mercury cells and dry cells are electrochemical cells. Write the problems of using this type of cells indiscriminately. That is for writing the write the name of one instrument each in which the cells are used. Which among the cells can be recharged and used? Here the recharge is nickel cadmium cell, lithium ion cell. Nickel cadmium cell, lithium ion cell. Certain chemical reactions are given. We have to write the main energy change and name of chemical reaction. So reaction between magnesium and HCl, it is the heat energy. Energy change is heat energy, and chemical reaction is exothermic reaction. That is Mg and HCl, it is exothermic reaction. Then glow of firefly, it is light energy and photochemical reaction. Light energy, photochemical reaction. Gold plating on copper. electrical energy and electrochemical reaction. Electrical energy and electrochemical reactions taking place. Arrange the apparatus in figure. Electricity is passed through the circuit. So here carbon rod it is given, then dilute copper sulfate solution. What is the change in the color of copper sulfate? It color fades. Then what change do you observe on the carbon rod? Red colored copper is deposited. Red colored copper deposited on the carbon rod. Which energy form is absorbed here? Electrical energy it is absorbed here. Next question. Write 2 white pieces of clothes are soaked in silver nitrate solution. One of them is placed in sunlight and other is wrapped in black paper for some time. What do you observe? Write your observation. For writing the, then which energy change is responsible for this change? Light energy is responsible for this change. Then in which name are the type of reactions known? Photochemical reactions. Next question, what is the product obtained by photosynthesis? Glucose is a product obtained by photosynthesis. In which form is the product stored in the fruits and tubers of plants? Starch. It is stored in the form of starch. Leaves are the food factories of nature. Justify. That is, name the process by which leaves produce food by photosynthesis. Write the reactants. Reactants are water and carbon dioxide. And the products of photosynthesis are glucose and oxygen. To which category of reaction do this reaction belong? Photochemical reaction. Analyze the given chemical reactions and write answers to this question. Nitrogen plus oxygen plus heat gives nitric oxide. That is nitrogen and oxygen. Calcium oxide and water gives calcium hydroxide plus heat. Reactants in each chemical reaction. Reactants is nitrogen and oxygen, then calcium oxide and water. Which of this is exothermic? That is calcium oxide plus water giving calcium hydroxide plus heat. It is the exothermic reaction. A type of reaction to which the neutralization reaction between sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid belong is the exothermic. Sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid. It is exothermic. An incomplete equation for the reaction of dissociation of potassium permanganate by absorbing heat energy it is given. That is potassium permanganate plus heat gives X plus manganese dioxide plus oxygen. X it is the potassium manganate. Magnesium plus hydrochloric acid gives magnesium chloride plus hydrogen plus heat. Magnesium plus hydrochloric acid gives magnesium chloride plus hydrogen plus heat. Potassium permanganate plus heat gives potassium manganate plus manganese dioxide plus oxygen. To which type of the above reaction occur? First one is the exothermic reaction and second one is the endothermic. That is potassium permanganate plus heat gives potassium manganate plus manganese dioxide plus oxygen. It is the endothermic reaction. Chemical change is a permanent change but physical change is temporary change. Justify. That is, during physical change, only a change in the arrangement of molecules occurs. It can be easily brought back to this original state. But during chemical change, new molecules are formed. Hence, it cannot be brought back to the original state. So, it is permanent. A few crystals of potassium permanganate heated in a dry test tube. A glowing incense stick is brought to the mouth of the test tube. Write your observation. The incense stick fires up. Which gas is formed? Oxygen is formed. The equation of the reaction between magnesium and hydrochloric acid is magnesium plus 2HCl gives MgCl2 plus H2. Which energy is produced along with the products? Heat and light energy. Heat, light and electricity. Heat, light and electricity. New products are formed when sodium metal reacts with water. What are the reactants of this reaction? That is sodium plus water. Reactants are sodium and water. Product is sodium hydroxide and hydrogen. Chemical reaction 2Na plus 2H2 gives 2NaOH plus H2. Select the correct statement suitable for chemical change. That is, correct statement is here new molecules are formed and it is a permanent change. Some changes are given in the box. Classify them to physical and chemical change. Physical change means water changes to water vapor, cutting firewood into small pieces. Chemical change, burning of firewood, rusting of iron. So the next chapter it is metals. The first question, give any two methods to prevent the corrosion of metals. Painting, galvanizing and electroplating. Second question, some substances are given in the box. Answer the following question related to them. Which of them are non-malleable? So non-malleable is pencil, lead and carbon rod. Pencil, lead and carbon rod. Write any two reasons for using aluminium as electrical wires. Electrical conductor, low density, ductility. Electrical conductor, low density and ductility. Metallic vessels are used for cooking food. Write any two metals commonly used for making vessels. Aluminium, copper, iron. Two metals used for making vessels is aluminium, copper and iron. Aluminium, copper and iron. Which properties of metals are utilized here? Thermal conductivity, hardness and malleability. Thermal conductivity, hardness and malleability. Find out the wrong statement, correct them and write. Aluminium is a wrong statement. Check the wrong statement. That is, the ductility of platinum is low and potassium is a hard metal. These two sentences are wrong. The correct one is aluminium is an electrical conductor. Copper is a sonorous metal. Potassium, it is not a hard metal, it is a soft metal. And the ductility of platinum is highest. Fifth question, write two examples for metals which are resistant to corrosion. Write one use of each. Two examples for metals is gold and platinum. One use, it is used as an ornament. Observe the picture given below and answer the following questions. Which tube, that is in test tube we can see the nails are being kept. Which test tubes had their nails rusted? Test tubes, that is piece of moist cotton is put in an open test tube in which iron nail is kept. Then some sodium hydroxide is taken in a test tube and half of the iron nail is kept immersed on it. An iron nail, it is kept in a test tube containing dilute HCl such that half of it is immersed in it. Which test tube has the maximum amount of rust in the iron nail kept in them? What factors lead to this? Test tube A, that is piece of moist cotton. It is put in an open test tube in which iron nail is kept, water vapor and oxygen. In which test tube nails did not rust? That is, an iron nail is kept in a closed test tube with a quicklime. What could be the reason? Quicklime, it absorbs water vapor. Quicklime absorbs water vapor. A stainless steel knife is better than an iron knife to cut a lemon. Do you agree with the statement? Give reason for this. That is, iron reacts with acid present in lemon, but iron, it reacts with acid that is present in lemon, but stainless steel does not. Iron is a metal used extensively in our daily life. Write any two uses of iron. Iron, it is used for farming tools and grills. Write any one change that iron undergo on contact with the surroundings. Iron gets rusted when it enters into chemical reaction with the oxygen and moisture present in the atmosphere. Give reason for that. Write any one method to prevent this change. It is painting. A chemical equation for a reaction of zinc with a dilute HCl is given. Zinc plus HCl gives ZnCl2 plus H2. What are the products formed? Products formed are ZnCl2 and H2. And what are the products formed if we use magnesium instead of zinc? We get magnesium chloride and hydrogen. Which of the given metal does not react with a dilute HCl? Copper. 10th question. Some metals are given in the bracket. Sodium, potassium, calcium and gold. Which metal does not react with water to form hydrogen? Gold does not react with water to form hydrogen. What are the products formed when sodium reacts with water? When sodium reacts with water, we get sodium hydroxide and hydrogen. Complete the equation. 2K plus 2H2O gives 2KOH plus H2. Metals like sodium and potassium are kept in kerosene in the laboratory. Why? Sodium and potassium reacts with atmospheric air if kept in direct contact. This can be avoided by keeping them in kerosene. Which metal given in the bracket get decayed easily? Gold, sodium, aluminium and copper. That is sodium. Some observation regarding the chemical properties of metals are given. Give reason to each. The shining appearance of a newly cut sodium metal is lost easily. That is, sodium undergo chemical reaction with different components of air and it loses its luster. When a copper plate is rubbed with sandpaper, it becomes shiny. When rubbed with the sandpaper, the compounds formed on the surface of the copper plate, it is removed and the bright metallic luster is regained. Number 14. Metal, melting point, boiling point and density is given. Which of the following metals melt easily? Silver will melt easily. Which metal has the highest boiling point? Tungsten, that is 3414. Highest boiling point means tungsten 5555. Then which is the metal with the lowest density? Iron, it is having lowest density 7.873. Then tungsten is used as a filament in electric bulb because tungsten having the highest melting point. Question number 15. Plastic, it is not used for making musical instrument. Iladalam, do you agree with this? Why? Plastic has no sonority and cannot be used for this purpose. Some metals are given. Which metal is used for making vessels? Aluminium, it is used. Which metal is used for making ornaments? Gold. Which one is a soft metal? Lithium. Complete the table suitably. That is, metal uses and property it is given. Gold, it is ornaments, malleability, due to the malleability. Aluminium, roofing sheets as, then malleability. Iron, farming tools, hardness. Copper, electric wires, electrical conductivity. Question number 18. Give reason. Buttermilk, it is not stored in aluminium vessels. As buttermilk is an acid, it reacts with aluminium. Gold is used for making ornaments. Gold is lustrous and resistant to corrosion. Pick the correct ones from those given below. From these sentences, sodium can be easily cut with a blade. Lithium is a soft metal. Question number 20. Match the following. Sodium, aluminium and silver. Sodium used for making vessels. Aluminium more electrical conductivity. Silver soft metal. Here, sodium, it is a soft metal. Aluminium used for making vessels. Silver more electrical conductivity. Tungsten is used as a filament of bulb. Write the property utilized here for those given below. Tungsten malleability. Question number 22. Some statements are given. Find the suitable metals from the box. The most malleable metal is gold. The most ductile, platinum. Best electrical conductor, silver. Malleable, gold, ductile, platinum. Electrical conductor, silver. Aluminium foil is used to wrap the sweets. Which property is utilized here? Which property? Select the properties given below. It is malleability. Complete the table. Metal, property and objects. Gold, resistant to corrosion, lustrous. Ornaments, objected ornaments. Aluminium, heat conductivity, used for making utensils. Then next one is copper, electrical conductivity, electrical apparatus. Question number 25. Classify the following elements into metals and non-metals. Metals, aluminium, copper and iron. Non-metals, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. The next chapter is solutions. First question, an ice floats in water. Give reason. That is, when water freezes in ice, its volume increases, hence density decreases. Second question, a certain amount of water is taken in a beaker. Add amount of coconut oil is taken in. Same amount of coconut oil taken in another one. Both of them are heated in a water bath for a fixed time. In which beaker temperature increases slowly? Why? Water has the ability to hold more heat when compared to other substance. What is the name of the property? Heat capacity. Write any one situation in which a property it is utilized. Then, next question, two statements are given below. Water boils at 120 degrees Celsius in a pressure cooker. In high altitude region, water boils at a temperature below 100 degrees Celsius. What is the reason for difference in boiling point at these two instances? Boiling point increased due to high pressure. In high altitude, atmospheric pressure decreases. Boiling point also decreases. At which situation given above it is easy to cook food in pressure cooker. When pressure, fourth question, when pressure increases, boiling point also increases. Which instrument works on the principle? Pressure cooker. Steam causes more severe burns than boiling water at the same temperature. Do you agree with this statement? Agree. Because once water boils, all the heat supplied is utilized for the change of state. So steam contains more heat than the boiling water at the same temperature. A piece of ice. At what temperature does water change into its state? 0 degrees Celsius, below 0 degrees Celsius. Draw the molecular arrangement at this liquid state. Certain observation of experiment conducted to find out the boiling point of water given. Temperature of water was room temperature before the experiment. Then when the thermometer reading was 100 degrees Celsius, the temperature stopped rising. The thermometer reading remained constant until water gets completely covered into steam. What is the boiling point of water? It is 100 degrees Celsius. What will be the state of water boiling? Its boiling point, gaseous state. What are the temperature between which water is seen in the liquid state? In between 0 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees Celsius. The thermometer reading remained constant until water get completely converted into steam. Why? When water started boiling, all the heat supply is used for the change of state. Which of the chemical substance given below is added to food material for enhancing taste? Vanillin. Which chemical substance is added to soft drinks to give sour taste? Phosphoric acid. Question number 10. Classify the given mixture into homogeneous and heterogeneous. Homogeneous means ornamental gold and air. Heterogeneous, mixture of sand, salt, muddy water. Concentration of a solution refer to the amount of solute dissolved in a fixed amount of solvent. So a solution containing large amount of solute is known as the concentrated solution. Solutions are given below. Here write the solute and solvent in soda water. Solute is carbon dioxide, solvent is water. Select the solution in which the solute and solvent are in solid state. Brass. Identify the states of a solute and solvent in a mixture of alcohol and water. Solute is liquid and solvent is also liquid. 3 columns are given, that is copper sulfate plus water, dilute rich water, rice water, chalk powder plus water in beaker C. In which beaker did the particle settled? Particle it is settled in the beaker C. That is chalk powder plus water. In which beaker we can see the path of light when a strong beam of light is passed through? Beaker B, dilute rice water. In which beaker we cannot see the particle and path of light? Beaker A, copper sulfate and water. Soft drinks and juices are injurious to health. Write 2 messages that can be given to students in a seminar related to this topic. Avoid the use of soft drinks as far as possible and use homemade fresh juices and drinks. Select the suitable ones from the bracket and complete the table. Tartrazine, that is coloring agent, then erythrocin, coloring agent, phosphoric acid to give sour taste. Soft drinks are eaten for long periods of time without setting. In which name is a chemical added for this purpose? Stabilizers. Mixture of kerosene and water is a heterogeneous mixture. Do you agree with this statement? Give reason. Agree. In this mixture, the compounds are not uniformly distributed. Hence, it is a heterogeneous mixture. Question number 18. Some materials are given. That is beaker, kerosene, water, sodium chloride, sodium thiosulfate, dilute hydrochloric acid, nitric acid. Select the suitable materials from the box. Write the procedure to prove that the path of light is visible in colloids. That is beaker, water, sodium thiosulfate, dilute hydrochloric acid. Observation. Which of the following are colloids? Milk and fog are colloids. Write true properties of colloids. That is, particle cannot be separated by filtration. Path of the light beam is visible. Path of the light beam is visible. Then particles do not settle down. Arrange the following increasing order of particle size. Colloid suspension, true solution. True solution, colloid suspension. That is the increasing order of particle size. Which of the following mixture has the smallest particle? True solution. Classify substances given box into solution, colloid and suspension. Sugar solution, that is sugar solution, copper sulfate, it is the true solution. Muddy water, chalk powder water, suspension. Milk and fog, colloid. Complete the table. Activity. Filtering using a filter paper. Particles cannot be separated by filtration. Particles cannot be separated by colloid. Separated by filtration. Passing an intense beam of light. Path of the light is not visible. Path of the light beam is visible in colloid. True solution, it is not visible. Then kept it undisturbed. Particles do not settle down in solution. particles do not settle down in colloid. Next question, question number 24. Some bottles of medicine are labeled shake well before use. To which type of mixture do this belongs? Suspension. What happens if a strong beam of light is passed through the above mixture after shaking? Particles become visible. Particles are large and reflect light. The solubility of different salts at 30 degrees Celsius are given. Analyze the table and answer. Sodium chloride 36.1 degrees. Which shows the least solubility? Calcium sulfate 0.264 shows the least solubility. What is the amount of potassium nitrate required to prepare 100 gram of saturated solution at 30 degrees Celsius? It is potassium nitrate is 48 gram. Then what the solubility of potassium chloride at 60 degree will be greater than the solubility or at an ordinary temperature. Why? Solubility increases as temperature increases. Complete the table suitably. That is solution, solvent and solute is given. Soda, water. Solvent is water. Solute is carbon dioxide. Dilute sulfuric acid. Solvent is water. Solute is sulfuric acid. Sugar solution. Solvent is water. Solute is sugar. 96 gram of potassium nitrate is dissolved in 200 gram of water at 30 degrees Celsius. What do we mean by solubility? Solubility is the maximum amount of solute dissolved in 100 gram of solvent at a given temperature. What is the solubility of sodium nitrate at 30 degrees Celsius? 48 gram per 100 gram. Powdered salt is dissolved in 50 ml of water taken in a beaker. The process continues till some salt remains undissolved. What is the name of the solution? Saturated solution. What change occurs when the solution heated? Remaining salt will dissolve. What is the general name of the solution obtained when the above hot solution is slowly cooled to ordinary temperature? Supersaturated solution. 3 types of sugar solution are prepared in dissolving sugar in 1 liter. Amount of sugar dissolved in each solution. Solution A 10 gram sugar, B 20 gram sugar, C 15 gram sugar. Which of them has the highest concentration? Solution B. What is the amount of solute dissolved in the solution having least concentration? 10 gram sugar. Identify and write the solute and solvent. Soda water. Solvent is water and solute is carbon dioxide. Salt solution. Solvent is water and solute is salt. Complete the state. Solution, state of feature, that is solute, solvent, solution. Brass. Solute is a solid. Solvent is also a solid. Then solution is a solid. Salt solution. Solute is solid. Solvent is a liquid. Solution is a liquid. Soda water. Solute is a gas. Solvent is a liquid. Solution is a liquid. The next chapter going to discuss is water. Question number 1. An ice block floats in water. Give reason. When water freezes into ice, its volume increases, hence the density decreases. Second question. A certain amount of water is taken in a beaker and same amount of... The next chapter we are going to discuss is about water. അപ്പോൾ അതിലെ questions നമുക്ക് നോക്കാം. ആദ്യത്തെ question. An ice block floats in water. Give reason. When water freezes into ice, its volume increases, hence density decreases. Second question. A certain amount of water is taken in a beaker and same amount of coconut oil is taken in other one, and both of them are heated in a water bath for a fixed time. In which beaker temperature increases slowly? Why? That is, water has the capacity or ability to hold more heat when compared to other substances. What is the name of this property? That is name is heat capacity. Write any one situation in which property is utilized. Then third question, so 2 statements are given below. Water boils at 120 degrees Celsius in a pressure cooker. In high altitude region, water boils at a temperature below 100 degrees Celsius. What is the reason for difference in boiling point at these 2 instances? That is, boiling point is increased due to high pressure. In high altitude, as atmospheric pressure decreases, boiling point also decreases. Then, at what situation given above, it is easy to cook food in pressure cooker? Question number 4. When pressure increases, the boiling point also increases. Which instrument works on this principle? That is, pressure cooker works on this principle. Fifth question. Steam causes more severe burns than boiling water at the same temperature. Do you agree with this statement? Justify your answer. They agree with this statement. And answer is, once water starts boiling, all the heat supplied is utilized for the change of state. So steam contains more heat than the boiling point at the same temperature. A piece of ice is shown in the figure. At what temperature does water change into its state? 0 degrees Celsius or below 0 degrees Celsius. Draw the molecular arrangement at its liquid state for the correct arrangement. Certain observation of an experiment conducted to find out the boiling point of water are given below. The temperature of water was room temperature before the experiment. When the thermometer reading was 100 degrees Celsius, the temperature stopped rising. The thermometer reading remained constant until water gets completely converted into steam. What is the boiling point of water? 100 degrees Celsius. Then, when the thermometer reading was 100 degrees Celsius, the temperature stopped rising. The thermometer reading remained constant until water get completely converted into steam. So what is the boiling point of water? It is 100 degrees Celsius. And what will be the state of water above its boiling point? It will be in the gaseous state. What are the temperature between which water is seen in the liquid state? It is between 0 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees Celsius. The thermometer reading remained constant until water get completely converted into steam. Why? When water started boiling, all the heat supplied, it is utilized for the change of state. The observation, eighth question, the observation obtained. When the soap is added to 3 water samples are given. That is, sample A, soap does not lather well but lather well after boiling. Sample B, soap lathers well. Sample C, soap does not lather well even after boiling. Which type of hardness is shown in sample A? That is temporary hardness. Then write the name of the salt which causes this type of hardness, calcium or magnesium bicarbonates. Which type of hardness is shown by sample C? Permanent hardness. Suggest a method to remove this type of hardness by adding suitable chemical substances. Rainwater harvesting help to solve water scarcity. Write any method to solve water scarcity. 100 ml each of coconut oil and water taken in 2 beakers and kept in the freezer. What differences can be observed in the volume during freezing? That is, the volume of the water increases but the volume of the coconut oil decreases. When water is frozen in a glass bottle, it is advised not to fill the bottles completely. Explain the reason. As the volume of water increases, on the freezing bottle may break. Providing 11th question, providing excess food for fish in aquarium is not good. What is the justification of the statement? The excess food decay using the dissolved oxygen in water, and the absence of adequate amount of oxygen is a threat to its survival. Explain surface tension, how the surface tension of water can be reduced. Why is the dirt in clothes easily removed by using soap? At a surface, that is due to high surface tension of water, the dirt in the clothes are not removed easily, but soap can reduce the surface tension and make washing easier. Then next, same amount of water and coconut oil are taken in 2 beakers and heated. Temperature is recorded at certain intervals. Analyze the table and answer the questions. That is, substance taken is water and coconut oil. Time is 5 minutes for both. Temperature is 95 degrees for water and coconut oil 120 degrees Celsius. The mass of both water and coconut oil is 200 grams. Which substance get heated rapidly? That is coconut oil. Explain the reason for difference in temperature. Heat capacity of water is more, hence it gets heated slowly. Cooking at high altitude regions without a pressure cooker is expensive. Write your response about this statement. At high altitude regions, the boiling point of water it is below 100 degrees Celsius, and so more time is needed for cooking, leading to excessive use of fuel. Aquatic animals use dissolved oxygen. As the quantity of dissolved oxygen decreases, it is considered to be polluted. Write the situation which causes decrease in oxygen content. That is the organic waste which is dumped in water decay using the dissolved oxygen. Write any 2 activities which causes water pollution. That is dumping of waste in water resources, use of fertilizers, any fertilizer. Suggest a method to prevent water pollution. That is avoiding the throwing of the dump into the water. 3 samples of water are given. In which sample soap forms more lather? Rainwater. in which sample soap forms more lather only after heating. That is water in which calcium bicarbonate is dissolved. Then what is the test sample does not make lather easily on adding soap. Water in which the magnesium sulfate is dissolved. What is called a universal solvent? Why? Water can dissolve various substances and show the properties of the dissolved substances and is widely used for preparing solutions. Complete the table. That is, in the table it is given the substance, experiment and the observation. From this we can water red and blue are dipped up and observation no change. Both red and blue litmus are dipped. Then acidified water. Red and blue litmus dipped means blue litmus turns red. Alkali means red litmus turns blue. In the match the following metals and reactions is given. Sodium, it reacts with steam, that is right. Magnesium reacts with cold water. Gold reacts with hot water. And iron, no reaction with the water. That is, in this apparatus is given. The name of the apparatus is Hoffman water voltmeter. The gases A and B is hydrogen and oxygen, and the ratio of hydrogen and oxygen atom in a molecule of water is 2:1. The substances obtained when water is dissociated, it is the water voltmeter. Which gas is obtained in the test tube connected with the negative terminal, hydrogen, oxygen, and which gas is involved in the test tube connected positive terminal, hydrogen and oxygen? Liquid drop assumes spherical shape. Which property is responsible for this? Surface tension. That is, surface tension acts in such a way as to minimize the surface area of the liquid. Sphere has the lowest surface area for a certain volume of a liquid. Certain materials are given. Use this design experiment to prove that the surface tension reduces the surface area of liquids. Materials is bangle, soap water and thread. That is in the correct posture. When a blade is placed carefully on the surface of water, it does not sink. What phenomena? It is the surface tension. This phenomenon is experienced on the liquid surface. Why? As the molecules in the water surface are attracted downwards and towards the sides of it, act as a stretched membrane. When water in glass bottles filled up to the brim was kept in a freezer, the bottle was seen to be broken the next day. Why did the bottle break? When the water freezes to ice, the volume increases. The next chapter we are going to discuss is the fibers and the plastics. What is the difference between thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic? Give two examples each. That is, first thermoplastic, the plastic that gets softened on heating and hardened on cooling. Example, PVC and polythene. Thermosetting plastic, the plastic that remains soft on heating and get permanently hard on cooling. Example, bakelite, melamine, formaldehyde. Second question, plastic is a threat even to wild animals. Write your response. Answer, the wild animals eat the plastic thrown in forest. Question number 3, write two activities to reduce plastic waste in school. Avoid bringing food and other articles and plastic covers. Use ink pens. Question number 4, certain uses of plastics are given. Can be used for the manufacture of plugs, switches and buttons. First one, what is the name of plastic used for the purpose? That is bakelite. To which category of plastic do this type belong? Thermosetting plastic. Can this plastic be recycled? Why? No, because it cannot be remolded by heating. Question number 5, use of certain plastics are given below. The manufacture of different packets, tubes, containers, etc. Polythene, PVC. For the manufacture of electrical wiring, plumbing, etc. That is, write the name of plastic used for the above. It is polythene, PVC. In which type of plastic do they belong? Thermoplastic. Write any one property of this type of plastic becomes soft on heating and hard on cooling. The statement regarding the fibers, which one is correct? That is, sterling clothes are suitable for rainy season. Cotton clothes are suitable for wiping floor. Select the statement suitable for synthetic fibers. That is, high durability and wrinkle free. We can control the pollution by controlling the use of plastic in daily life. Suggest any two methods to make it practical. That is, avoid using disposable products. Use glass, steel vessels during entertainment parties. Question, write any two arguments. Argument for and against in the debate plastic boon or a curse. It is the statement for and against each. Restrictions on the production and use of plastics. Match the following. Bakelite, manufacture of container. PVC, manufacture of unbreakable crockery. Polythene for plumbing purpose. Melanin formaldehyde, manufacture for switches. So you have to write the correct answer. That is Bakelite, manufacture of switches. PVC for plumbing purpose. Polythene for manufacture of container. Melanin formaldehyde, manufacture of unbreakable crockery. Classify the given substance into thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic. Bakelite, PVC, polythene, melanin formaldehyde. That is thermoplastic, bakelite and PVC. Thermosetting, polythene, melanin formaldehyde. Then situation and characteristic. To insulate electric conductors, not a conductor of electricity. To store chemical substances, does not react with chemicals. To make handles of household utensils, heat conductance is low. Select the suitable type of clothes from the bracket which can be used in the given situation. That is while cooking in kitchen. Natural fiber to wipe the wet floor. Natural fiber to use in summer. Natural fiber to wear in rainy season. Synthetic fiber. Explain monomer and polymer. That is monomer, it is a simple molecule, and polymer, a macromolecule formed by combining monomers. Match the following. Terline, it is given, it is a synthetic fiber. Silk, it is a natural fiber. Protein, polymer. Amino acid, monomer. Cotton is a natural polymer. What is writes is two merits and demerits. That is merits are comfortable to wear, low inflammability. Then demerits less available and low durability. Suitable ones in the bracket and complete the table. Elastic polymer is rubber, which can be molded into different shape. It is plastic. Suitable for making strong threads. It is fiber. Classify the glucose and amino acid. It come under the monomer. Starch and protein come under the polymer. Next one is the motion. That is question number 1. Two situation related to motion given below. Passenger in a running bus is at rest. Passenger running bus is at rest. Frame of reference bus. Crow sitting on the cow grazing in the field. Frame of reference is field. A ball rolling on the smooth floor, negative acceleration. A train started journey from a station, positive acceleration. An object falling freely due to the attraction of earth, positive acceleration. Displacement in unit time, velocity. Distance traveled in unit time, speed. Scalar quantity, speed. Vector quantity, velocity. Initial velocity of the car is 0. Acceleration, it is, if it is given 40 meter per second in 10 seconds, then 40 minus 0 by 10. That is 4 meter per second square. Distance is meter. Velocity is meter per second. Magnitude velocity does not change, but direction changes. Non-uniform velocity. Neither magnitude or direction of velocity changes uniform velocity. Magnitude of velocity changes, but the direction is not changing. Non-uniform velocity. The direction and magnitude of velocity changes. Non-uniform velocity. Acceleration is a vector quantity. But the correct one, it is acceleration is a scalar quantity and velocity is the displacement in unit time. If the direction of motion of a body changes, its velocity also changes. Speed meter per second, distance by time. Acceleration meter per second square, change in velocity by time. Density kilogram per meter cube, mass by volume. Speed, it is a scalar quantity.